Hello, my name is Glenn. I made this, and I wanted to show it to you, because I think you should use it. So this is the recent package index, Redex for short, which, fun fact, is also a functional programming term for, or language theory term for reducible expressions, which I thought was pretty clever. Unfortunately, I found out after I named it, so I can't take credit, but first let's just go through what it is. It's pretty basic. You have an index of packages. You can search for them. You can browse them. You can get the README and different links to get to wherever you need. There's highlighted examples and automatic translation between Reason and OCaml. So ideally, you would just have one kind of code in your README. Otherwise, it would be kind of duplicated. Yeah, so, package index. But what's kind of more important is that it's a curated index. So I rely on you submitting packages, and then I do some checks and validations and make sure it has a minimum quality to it. So there's a button up here on the right, which says submit the package. There's also a link down below if you prefer that one, but they both do the same thing. They take you to this page, which has a bit of information. Most of it is just trying to explain what a good package would be. The process isn't really that involved. So what you really need to do is to go to the Redex data repository, where there's a sources JSON file, and either edit this file or submit an issue with the same kind of information. And then if you do a PR, I do some basic checks on it and merge it, and then I update the site. So pretty straightforward, but I need you to submit packages for them to get there. So the process from there is that this is just the basic information where to find stuff and basic categorization. And then it looks up the information for published packages. It looks up the information in NPMS, which is a service that does some analysis on the NPM package index. And if it's an unpublished package, which is also if you just host it on GitHub and haven't actually published it, it's kind of experimental or whatever. You can also submit unpublished packages, in which case it just gets the package JSON and README from GitHub directly. And from there, once all the information has been gathered, the website is generated via Gatsby. It uses Reason with Gatsby to generate the actual website, which is then uploaded to GitHub pages and shown to you. So for the future of Redex, I have a few ideas. I don't have concrete plans of what I'm going to do, but I have some ideas. And if you go to some kind of package, you see really poorly on the screen that there's a documentation link that is grayed out. So the idea is that sometime in the future you can get automatic generation of documentation once we have the documentation generated, which it seems like we're pretty much there with Jared's work. So we need to talk about how to get documentation in there or in somewhere, some similar place, so that we can get automatic generation for everything that is in a package index and has things properly set up. So that's one thing. Jared also yesterday mentioned a package tool for kind of doing this version validation. I've also thought about these things and how you could automate uploading to NPM and to Redex and do the validation I have to do manually for this, so that instead of me telling you that this is wrong, you can have a tool that tells you instead. And just do all this kind of chore work locally, so everything is good before it gets up. Would be really nice. Then the package analysis, which is done by NPMS, is what makes this score, which does pretty well on the quality and maintenance criteria. There's some tweaks I'd like to make for how issues are weighted and such, but it does pretty well. What it does not do very well is popularity, and this isn't a great package to see this with, but if you go to Reason React, for example, you see that it has a popularity rank of 28%, because that popularity rank is not just for Reason packages, it is for the entirety of NPM. And we can't really compete completely there yet. So it would be nice to have a spectrum of 0 to 100 instead of 0 to 30, which makes the full score kind of capped at 70% or so. So that would be more representative. To get all that to work, we kind of need a centralized service running for all these things. Right now, it's just me on my computer, punching in a few commands. To generate a new copy of the website, it takes, on this machine, I think it takes 10 minutes or so. On a better machine, it takes significantly less, but still, minutes, and I have to do that manually whenever I remember to, which is usually when someone submits a package. So yeah, to get this all to work, we need some place to host this service which can do all this work. And I have no idea how to concretely do this, but I hope if any of you have ideas, or if any of you would like to contribute to making it happen, then please do talk to me. I think that's about it. If anyone has questions, then shoot. Yeah.